Hey, and happy Monday evening. Welcome to another episode of SuperSoul Boulder. I am Dr. Lara Johnson from Yellow Brick Physical Therapy in Boulder, Colorado. And I hope you're having a great evening, a great week. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, but that's why we're here, right? Let's dive in. Sorry, there's some technical difficulties. Into what I like to talk about is, hey Carlos, is mind, body, heart, health, and wellness. Not just mind, not just body, not just mind, body, right? But mind, body, heart, right? The heart part is the part that, what are we inspired by? Where's our creativity? What are you passionate about? All of that stuff. So it all comes together, right? So I'm really excited about tonight's topic, and it is this. I was re-inspired, thanks Carlos, by a patient of mine today because she had read a bio of mine, I think in our retreat, on our retreat website, she said, for if anyone is interested in our Aspen Reinvention Retreat, let me know and I'll send you the link. And she read that and she's like, I really resonated with what you said about being daringly healthy. And I went, oh, well, good. I kind of forgot. Sometimes I'll be on a kick for a while and not sure if it's resonating. So, and you know what, funny enough, it's like that gave me courage. It's like I was kind of hiding back a little and going, I don't know if anyone's gonna get this. So I realized I haven't talked about this, and so it's time to talk about something I feel very passionate about, and it is how daring, how courageous are you willing to be healthy, and what does that mean? Let's dive in. So when I say healthy, when you hear the word healthy, what comes to mind? So take a minute, see what comes to mind, see what, maybe there's an image you have or an image of your bonjour. Hi, Daniel, great to see you. So we're just starting now. Welcome from the UK. I always love it when you're on. Okay, so when you think of healthy, what comes to mind? So take a moment, you can write it, you can think about it. Even better, you can type in the comments. What do you think of when you think of health? What do you think of when you think of being healthy? What does that mean to you? I can imagine a lot of preconceptions many of us have as to what that means. And I think it's important to revisit that and see what does this word conjure up? Do I put it in an immediate category? Things like that. So when I say the word healthy, what does that mean to you? So I know for a lot of people, Daniel says no refined sugars. Absolutely. I like that. There are lots of ways to be healthy. So I know for a lot of people, it can mean like Daniel's saying like diet, healthier diet, healthy, being physically fit and active, having an active lifestyle, having a healthy nutrition. And I agree with that. And that's all wonderful and beautiful. And you're probably like, well, Laura's a physical therapist and exercise scientist, so I'm sure she's going to talk about exercise and, all the physical stuff. And that's what I want to start to go deeper into. So yes, that's all well and true. But then there's that piece of being courageously healthy and daringly healthy. And what does that mean? In what areas of your life are you perhaps not showing up at your best? And let's unpack this healthy, so this thinking of physical health. I know that's where I have always gravitated as well. I always really loved and enjoyed physical activity and, was blessed with just enjoying that process, enjoying being active, all of that. I know that not everyone feels that way or finds the ways that they enjoy it, or it feels like some chore. So wherever we are on that spectrum or in different stages or phases of our lives, I feel it has more to do. So let's take this like the physical level, nutrition, physical activity as a surface. It's a surface level. That's all great. It's all well and good. Yes, yes, yes. And haven't you known someone who is a high-level athlete, but maybe that's not actually the healthiest thing? I know for me, I was running, competing, and eating healthy foods, sometimes, and I was in school, so it was a big part of it, but sometimes, like grad school while I was marathon training, but sometimes that led to me not eating enough because I wouldn't eat something unless it was really healthy food. But for that scenario, what is the healthiest thing? And when are you running yourself down? So for some people out there, being physically active means doing more. Let's do more. Let's put in more miles. Let's do more strengthening. Let's also do pool work. Let's also eat really healthy. Let's also, I was in that myself. It's like adding more and more and more, feeling like that's balance because it's not always the same thing. But what if it's a lot more activity, right? And then we're not recovering, and there's all of that. We know a lot of that, but I just feel like it's important to say that not just that it's not all about more, but it's not all about fitness either. And that's a whole other thing. I think I did a talk on that already. What is fitness, inner fitness? But what allows you to really be your real, true self? What is it that really allows you, Daniel, you, Carlos, you, Lee Marie, if you're able to get on tonight, what is it that makes you you? And are you willing to see what that really is and underneath the noise of all the world and the noise of our busy minds that take us away from that? I had another patient today, we were talking about this. And yes, I'm working on their physical body, healing his knee pain and problems, but we talk about these interesting things too, which I think is great. What is it that makes you you? For me, I did that for a long time. I kind of got into this pattern of, I have to keep all these things up. I have to keep all this going. And if I don't, I'm super scared of what will happen what if I don't have this fitness? What if I can't run with these people? What if I don't get to make these goals? Well, at some level, was that really healthy? Was it really the healthiest thing for me to be doing? And was it really me? Like all of me? Like what about all of your being? And did it, when we get into a mode of whether it's fitness or health goals, all those things, let me tell you, I'm the first to say those are all really, really good. And sometimes we get so focused on a goal or so focused on achieving something or so feeling pressured, like I should eat better all the time, that we may forget or even worse, neglect other areas of our lives, our relationships, or what it is we enjoy and why we enjoy doing that, the essence of those activities and what drew you to it in the first place. So it becomes a courageous endeavor to oftentimes do the thing that you don't want to do that might actually be healthier. For me, it was really scary to stop as a person who was going and moving and loved movement and studied it and loved to be physical and loved exercise and felt like it was all about movement and strengthening and exercising. I realized over time that wasn't necessarily the way to heal a problem in the body. But it also, my stopping, let me put it this way, so if I'm into all that movement and going and doing and all those things and physical and exercise are in my degrees and job descriptions, but maybe didn't have balance, then the most daring and courageous thing I could do and did do was to stop. I was terrified. I didn't know who I would be without this way that I had been living, presenting myself, going, doing. And like I said, there's nothing wrong or bad about that. I'm just pointing out what's unconscious and what's conscious. And when we can be more and more conscious, as in more and more aware of what we're putting our energy toward, and if it's balanced, and if we can even feel what our bodies are telling us, that makes a huge difference in your ability to be daringly healthy, amazingly healthy. And healthy, doesn't it mean balanced? Doesn't it mean healthy in all these areas? in your body, in your relationships, in your life pursuits, in your balance on a day-to-day basis, in your ability to sleep well, in your ability to love and care for others, in your ability to show up to the world in the way that only you can, for the people in it that are close to you, and for the collective. To me, there's a lot of health in there. There's a lot of opportunity to rise up, to even collectively rise up. Because there's something that happens when you're engaging with someone else from your true sense of yourself, and not needing to hide or hold anything back, not needing to put anything on anything or on anyone or have an agenda. How healthy is that? Allowing joy to be there, allowing a loving quality to be there, allowing yourself to feel caring, allowing yourself to feel agitated, whatever's there. It's healthy. It's healthy to be able to have the capacity to understand what it feels like to feel your feelings, to feel your body, to feel your heart. What's it telling you? It takes a lot of silence, and like I was saying, gosh, our world is so noisy. So it takes some work to be quiet enough to hear, right? But our bodies are so great at telling us what it needs. Your body is so amazing at telling you what it needs. And maybe it needs more activity. I really have been kind of, more sedentary or more focused on these other areas. I need to add some more activity. Great. Maybe I do need to add some more healthy eating. I've been kind of on this kick of drinking a lot of wine at night with my friend, whatever that looks like. Or maybe it means, wow, I've really been running, and my body's starting to break down. And for some reason, what if you're unable or unwilling to shift that? And what's underneath that? Where's that drive coming from? What's your motivation? And is that then healthy? And so being, like I like to say, daringly healthy might just mean healthy right now, given the circumstances you're in currently, with the people in your life at the moment, with the resources you have, with the COVID pandemic going on, with all this, news, all these things going on. How can you be most healthy right now? Not compared to you before, not compared to what you want it to be in the future, not compared to other people in your life, without shoulds, without supposed tos, without judging yourself. What does healthy look like to you? And are you willing to go there? Because when I think of it that way, it does take some courage. Because it may not look like everyone says it should look. But that's actually beautiful, right? That's actually like the best, because how we think other people think it's supposed to look, or how we were conditioned growing up, or how the society made us think that we needed to do things, like, can't we see how that's a distortion? Like, if I think this other person thinks this, like sometimes we make that to be reality, right? Oh yeah, I should do that. Or maybe in your mind, you don't even realize it's that your mother who is like, you should be this or that, should be doing better at this. So watch out for the shoulds, watch out for the supposed tos. Let's get underneath it and see what's really there, because that's where the fun stuff is. That's where the juicy stuff is. That's where the health is. And it's not easy to do, right? It's hard to go against your usual patterns, your usual ways. For me, and for some of you guys I know out there, that looks like it's kind of hard to stop doing the physical stuff, because I like it, I want it, it means something to me, it makes me think it's working towards something. So I have to watch that carefully and go, If I'm feeling overtrained or my foot hurts, that's not the time to do this thing. There's a more sophisticated way to go about being healthy, right? And I think there's a lot of people out there right now talking this way with intuitive eating and tuning in more closely, more mind-body connection. And again, I like to add that heart piece, you know? What are you passionate about? I've always been passionate about running and exercise. And what about what my body's saying? What about what my mind knows intellectually? And what parts of those areas are, like if my heart's excited to go and achieve this goal, and my mind is like, oh, I know how to do this because I've been doing this, but my body is like, wow, it's really tired. Wouldn't it be great to listen to all of those? To listen to all those centers, all those areas, take them all into account? Do we get more caught up in one? Usually the mind, I think, a lot of the time. Different for different people, I'm sure. And so from this place, what does healthy look like for you? And maybe what areas of your life could you be, I'm reluctant to say more healthy. Could you be courageously healthy? Which could mean doing something or taking an approach unlike what you're used to. And finding out what happens there. Or even more so, what's most true for you? What's most true for the truest part of you? How can that part of you be more healthy and be more present and be more seen, be more in the world and less hidden or covered up or encumbered by these other patterns and other ways and other unconscious ways of doing things that sometimes cycle, right? I know people struggle a lot with diet and with exercise and maintaining weight and body image. There's a lot of challenge. A lot of ways people are challenged when it comes to health. But if we kind of can come under it and watch out for those external motivations and those shoulds and supposed tos, and really see what's needed. What does your body need? What does your heart need? Maybe what does your mind need, or what is it telling you? What is it telling you is supposed to happen? So that's sometimes more often the case. But a clear mind can be very useful. So the more you come into your body and be able to sense your body, be able to sense what's there, what is needed, actually listen to that and make decisions based upon that, we can feel more clarity and openness in the mind, such that it's not noisy with all these other thoughts and all these other ways we've always thought about, like pattern thinking and things like that. And gosh, I have to say too, health to me can feel like a settledness, that clear mind. It's less frantic, less noisy, more heart can be here. I feel my heart right now. I guess I love talking about this, and I love that you all come on and join me in the discussion because I feel very passionate about it. So in what ways is it healthy to express yourself, right? Not shut yourself down. So there are lots and lots and lots of ways that we could define being healthy, and that we could continue to improve and develop ourselves for the pursuit of truth and the pursuit of being more truthfully yourself. Not because you're feeling ashamed of how your body looks, and there's a lot there to work through, and that's okay. But I would, inspire us to look deeper than, or into being driven by feeling ashamed if I don't eat right, or if I don't work out enough, or if all the things, right? Or work out too much, whatever that looks like. It's unique for all of us. And you don't need to look like some fitness professional. You don't need to look like me. You don't need to look like your neighbor. You don't need to look like your family member. And there's a better intrinsic motivation. I'm not saying that everyone's motivation is those external factors. I know a lot of us have a lot of internal drive, but it's good to just check it out and look at it more closely, right? And maybe try the things that require a bit more courage. Daniel says it's health. Oh, I missed it. Great conversation for younger athletes. I'll have to look at your comments in a little bit and respond because I can't see them. But thank you for commenting. Carlos says a great conversation for younger athletes. Oh, good. Some stuff I wish I had known much longer ago, because I got very, very interested in the pursuit, right? The pursuit of goals and achievement. And that's not wrong or bad. It's just, it can cross a line towards a more ego active nature. But if we can keep even our young athletes hopefully more in tune with the real nature, the real self, the real drive, and that how they are is great. It doesn't need to be different, and we can keep, and it's fun, it's joyful to work toward improvement. And I really enjoy that. I'm doing that with running in a new, more sound way, and with other things too. And I invite you to continue to ask the question, what does it mean to you to be healthy, and courageously healthy at that? Be as healthy and amazing as possible. I dare you to bring your best self, your true self. Not your I could do a HIIT workout self. Maybe that's part of it, but I have a lot I could say about HIIT workouts, but and the potential for injury. But be your best, healthiest self. I dare you. And what is one thing you can do now to look more closely to find out what area might be neglected or overextended, and what may need a shift to create more balance, more health in that balanced way? Not necessarily more physical fitness, right? Especially not if it takes away from other areas, but what's needed now, in this moment, in this crazy year, in where you are at this moment, and that can change, right? We change. So become incredibly healthy, I dare you. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Thank you for your comments and for showing up. I love it. I'll respond to your comments since I wasn't able to see them all earlier. And have a great week. And be healthy in all ways, in all the ways, right? Not just what we think of, not just what it's like saying a tree is a tree, I know what a tree is. Healthy is healthy, I know what health is. Well, what is it? Check it out. Go deeper. Go for the deep dive. I dare you. Good night. I'm Dr. Lara Johnson. Thanks for joining SuperSoul Boulder. And as always, if you ever need any assistance or help or have questions about your body, as far as physical therapy or exercise, I am here for you. Please let me know. Take care. Have a good night. And join me next and every Monday for SuperSoul Boulder. Take care and be healthy. Be well.